Good morning, Destiny, and it is a fantastic day to be brought back as we're back in DIM today, Destiny Item Manager, and today we are looking at the search bar. Hopefully you've seen the basics video already. Again, there's might be nothing new for you here, but stick around, see if there's anything useful to you. You never know. So, as I said, we're going to be covering the search bar today. Obviously, you saw the basics, or you know the basics. Let's be honest. If you don't realise that you can search in this bar at all, then you probably struggle generally with concepts. So I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger so that we've got a large search bar here. And obviously, it's sat up here. And I'm just going to quickly cover some of the basics about it. So the first thing is you can search for things. So let's just isarc. There's a classic one. And a lot of them start with the words is : and then I've got 197 arc items, so all the weapons there in arc, all the heavy, all of the armor. You can add things, so is arc is armor. Again, this will give me everything that is arc and is armor. Pretty basic. You can assume that they all have like a little and. It's this and this and this, but you could also do or. And if anyone remembers using a calculator from school, you can also combine this. So if I want is arc and is armor or is a weapon, you'll notice this highlights all the weapons and all the arc armor. Why you would not that search, I do not know. But the things that are there as well as this search is there is a little thing for viewing them. 499 is quite a lot, but let's just say I'm looking at the old favourite, the Sanguine Alchemy. So I can see both of these here, and it will show me them down here. It gives me nice quick access. If those two items aren't near each other in my inventory, vault, etc. Then, if we wanted to do, let's pick everything that has been crafted. These are all my crafted weapons. I've got 14 of them at the moment. You'll notice it changes the thing down the bottom as well, the show box. But I can also, as well as pushing those into that drawer, I can act upon them. And what act upon them means, it's things like I can store them, I can move them, I can lock them, unlock them, I can set notes, I can tag them. There's 4 tags. We'll talk about tags in another video, but essentially the ones you really like, the ones you don't want to delete, the ones you really want to delete, the ones you know you need to use somewhere else, and the ones that you're keeping around for nostalgia reasons, I guess. And last but not least, you have the ability to clear your search in there, and then it goes back to reminding you about them. So it's not just a search, it's a filter, and it filters what you're viewing below here, but you can filter it in any of the views. So if you are in the organizer, you can filter there. If you're looking at loadouts, you can filter it there. It's a quick way to just change what you're viewing in whatever method you're using at the moment. So there's quite a lot of few things that I've typed in there. You can see some of the searches I've used recently. Tag junk is a great way to find all the stuff I don't want. And there's a few interactions with tags, etc., and other tools that we'll be talking about later. However, the one I find most useful is doing something like this. So I want to find all my masterworked weapons. That's all that are masterworked. But what I don't want is weapon. So these are all my masterworked weapon. All 153 of them. A lot of them you can see there are exotic. So the little minus basically means whatever is after the minus, don't do it. So what I've got here is everything that is masterwork and is a weapon and is not exotic. So that brings it down. So now I've got 113 items there to deal with in terms of masterworked items. It's useful for combining. So don't remember you've got and, or, and little knots, and with that you can build some pretty complicated searches. If all this is really obvious to you, then you need to jump to the top 10 searches video that will show you a few potential ways to find stuff. And finally, how did I know that is masterwork or is weapon or season current is an option? And the answer is, well, A, it auto-completes. As I start to type things, it remembers things I've typed before and things that are in there. So if I'm looking for is dupe, it'll bring up is dupe lower as well. So there's things that kind of help you out there. If I start typing is craft, you'll see I get is crafted, is craftable, and then I go into the ones that I have typed in the past. So these ones here are just standard search terms, and when it's got a little clock on the left just there, that's telling you that's something I've typed in the past. But at the bottom of all these, you have filters help. And you always have filters help, no matter if you have typed something in or not. So you click on filters help and it shows you all of the things here that you could do. And in addition, you can make a pretty good guess. So I typed in craft and it shows me all the things that relate to crafting. So notice here it shows crafted weapons that currently have a memento inserted. That's a new feature. I didn't even know that existed, I'll be honest. Is shaped, is crafted, are essentially the same, so these two are linked together, and that will show you all the stuff there. There is a user guide as well, so you can see all the different items that you can search. Hopefully you learned something. Maybe you didn't, and if you didn't, watch the next video. Guaranteed this one will definitely teach you something, or your money back. Anyway, hopefully that was enjoyable. Feel free to do the thing that people do when they like the thing that they've watched on the YouTube.